Hey Nick, obviously last night not the way you guys wanted to go. First two periods, you guys had some stuff going, and it just kind of falls apart in the third. How disappointing, I guess, just was that third period, and more so than anything else.
Well, yeah, I think we're just trying to find our consistency. Obviously, I mean it's game one. I liked our second period. I thought our compete was good. Just can't have those big momentum swings in games. I mean, this is obviously a shortened season, so it's going to be even more magnified probably right now with the way things are going. So we just got to make sure that we shore that up and get our offense to click a little bit more. Obviously, that needs to get better. But not overreact. It's one game, and we have a real good opportunity to come back against the same team, which is going to be unique this whole year, and rectify that.
Yeah, obviously, going into that third, you guys got broken up a little bit as a line there. I mean, did you guys feel like you had long enough in camp to really develop any kind of chemistry coming into this, or are you thinking about that at all with Max and Cam?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you'd like more time, but we don't have that. We don't have that luxury, and everyone's got to figure out a way to get offense. And it's just it wasn't working, and it's our fault, obviously, as players. And we need to make sure that if we are together, that we're doing the job. And there's just little things within the game that we can do better. And so I'm not gonna overreact on it. It's unfortunate that we couldn't help our team last game, but like I said, it's one game. We have an opportunity again tomorrow to play better and rectify that. So we're excited about that. I think everyone just get that first one under our belt, and away we go.
Next question goes to Aaron Portzline. Go ahead, Aaron.
Thanks, Glenn. Thanks, Nick. Um, I know that debut didn't go as Domi would have wanted. He didn't play the last 5 minutes of the game. Do you help him sort of interpret that, or is he a veteran player and he can kind of figure that out on his own?
Well, a little bit of both. I think we all take responsibility. Obviously, we wanted to help our team more than anybody, just to help us win. And so when you feel like you're not having your best game in order to do that, I think everyone takes some blame. And obviously, it's our job to help Max along here. So it doesn't fall on Max. It falls on everybody. We all need to be better, myself included. So, I mean, like I said, though, it's one game. I'm not going to overreact on one game. I think it's room for improvement, and I think we're excited to go out there and play and have the confidence to know we're good players and we're offensive players, and all that stuff comes. There's a lot more within the game that we need to make sure we're better at, and the offense will come from it. It's when you start cheating and trying to find those those easy goals is when you get into trouble. And I think we're a hardworking team, and more times than not, we're going to find success on the offensive side.
Cool. Thanks.
Well,
Okay. Next we go to Jeff Svoboda. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Nick, thanks for doing this. You kind of mentioned it there, getting back at it against another team or the same team on another night. It's going to be that way throughout much of the season. And I come from a college hockey background where there's 2-game series are pretty normal, but it's a little bit of a new thing for you guys. Are you just curious to see how these things develop? Because sometimes these series, back in the college level, they almost take on kind of lives of their own just because they're 2 games back to back. Are you just curious to see how maybe there's some personality of these series as they go on, or just how this kind of goes?
well, I'm sure there will be. I mean, I'm sure that there'll be some emotion carryover, from game to game, and it's good. I mean, you're not really getting it from the crowd. You got to kind of manufacture your own energy right now. So the second game, I think, will provide a little bit more of a snarl in every game, and I'm sure we'll get used to it as we go here. But our focus is just on us always, and bringing that energy, but it's unique in the way we're playing things. But I think it's also kind of fun, and in that, in such a unique year where there's no fans and kind of hard to have that outward energy brought into the game. These games kind of allow that to happen naturally.
Thank you.
All right. I don't see. Oh, I have a question from Brian Hedger. Go ahead, Brian.
And Nick, I was wondering, obviously last night was your first experience outside the bubble in a game like this. You just mentioned it, no fans, that kind of thing. Was it different, feeling on the ice than in the bubble? I know in the bubble they had like every seat covered and all that kind of stuff. Was it about the same, or was it different?
It was different and the same. I mean, it's hard to it was weird seeing fans, just so few. It almost probably been easier just to have none, just with the way the bubble was. That was what we were used to. So not really seeing anyone in the stands. So, but it was nice. I mean, it's nice to hear some cheers and real cheers, not the music pumped in. But I think as we go along here, like anything, you end up drowning out the 18,000 people in the stands anyway, and you're just focusing on the games. So I think that's, we got that one under our belt, and no matter how unique or different it was from the bubble or not, it's we got a job to do. So I think by the end of the game, you really didn't really notice much, and more so the team you're playing, and I'm sure that's how it's going to go the rest of the way here.
So that doesn't really affect you guys necessarily as far as getting pumped up or anything like that.
No, I think I was saying, I think there is, you have to really work to manufacture your own energy. Your bench has to be lively. You're going to have to rely on each other a little bit more. There's not the big, emotional swings from the fans, whether you're home or away, and that can kind of get you into that environment, whether you're going into a rivalry's building and the fans are going to get on you, it kind of gets you in that zone. So right now we have to take it upon ourselves a little bit more to manufacture that as a group. And that starts in our bench, making sure that everybody's engaged, and the chatter, you can tell when the group's ready to go, and we got to make sure we have more of that come game 2.
Thanks, Nick.
All right. Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, guys.